The president spoke to the General Assembly at the UN this morning, and it was 1 year ago today in the same place that he promised a new era of American engagement in the world. So how did it go today?
Well, part of the theme of his talk today, Kaylee, was to say the U.S. is cooperating with the UN, wants to be supportive of what the UN is doing, and that is clearly meant as a reference to his belief that his predecessor, President Bush, didn't cooperate with the UN. But the big headline of the president's speech, the biggest part of it, was his call for all the members of the UN here to embrace the Israeli-Palestinian peace process that's going on right now. That really ambitious effort to get it all done in a year. If you can't do that, he said, there'll be more bloodshed. Listen.
Now, peace must be made by Israelis and Palestinians, but each of us has a responsibility to do our part as well. Those of us who are friends of Israel must understand that true security for the Jewish state requires an independent Palestine, one that allows the Palestinian people to live with dignity and opportunity. And those of us who are friends of the Palestinians must understand that the rights of the Palestinian people will be won only through peaceful means, including genuine reconciliation with a secure Israel.
And Bill, we're being told that the Israeli delegation wasn't there to hear those words. Do you know anything about that?
Well, that's right, Kelly. They weren't here, but we're told that it's because it's a holiday, the holiday of Sukkot, the harvest festival, and that's why the delegation wasn't here, not because of any political dispute. Of course, they are coming up on a deadline. There's a deadline on whether they will extend the moratorium on settlements in the West Bank. Palestinians have said they'll walk out of the peace talks if that deadline isn't extended. And the president urged them today to extend that deadline. We don't know for sure if there's any give on that or not.
And Bill, another thing the president underlined today is the coming of some kind of understanding with Iran over building nuclear weapons. Here's what he had to say about that.
Now, let me be clear once more. The United States and the international community seek a resolution to our differences with Iran, and the door remains open to diplomacy should Iran choose to walk through it. But the Iranian government must demonstrate a clear and credible commitment and confirm to the world the peaceful intent of its nuclear program.
Bill, where does the president think this is going? Does he think that there's any chance the Iranians will come around on this?
You know, Kelly, this is pretty interesting because the president has used these words before and said, hey, you guys, if you want to talk, you better adhere to the sanctions. And the Iranians say, sanctions? Sanctions aren't hurting us, but we disapprove anyway. This rhetoric is something we've all heard before. However, it looks like there are hints of some back-channel talks between the U.S. and Iran. And if that's true, it could actually move things forward. But just the words in the speech today aren't going to change much.
Well, thank you, Bill. I really appreciate it. No doubt people are going to be keeping an eye on all of this.